I still remember the day my father looked me straight in the eyes and said, "You're never going to amount to anything, Sarah. You're the dumb one in this family." His words cut deeper than any knife ever could. I was 16 years old, standing in our old living room with my report card trembling in my hands. Another set of failing grades. My mother just sighed and shook her head, like she had already given up on me years ago. While my older brother and sister were always praised for being so smart, I was the constant disappointment. The one who needed extra help. The one who was slow. The one who would never make it. At family dinners, they would openly joke about me. "Don't ask Sarah for help, she'll probably mess it up," my father would laugh. And everyone would laugh along. I smiled through the pain, but every night I cried myself to sleep. I started believing them. Maybe I really was dumb. Maybe I didn't deserve to dream big like everyone else. After high school, I didn't go to college. My parents said it would be a waste of money. So I worked dead-end jobs, waitressing, cleaning houses, data entry. Every time I came home exhausted, my mother would say, "See? This is what happens when you don't listen." But deep inside, something was burning. A quiet fire I never let them see. I had always loved computers, even though I was terrible at traditional school. While everyone was sleeping, I would stay up late watching free tutorials online. I taught myself coding. Slowly. Painfully. I made so many mistakes, but I kept going. Then one day, I had an idea for a simple app that helped small businesses manage their inventory. It was nothing fancy, but I poured my heart into it. I worked on it for 3 years while still working 2 jobs. Nobody believed in me. Not my family. Not even my few friends. But I believed in myself. Everything came crashing down during my father's 60th birthday dinner. The whole family was there. My successful brother, now a lawyer. My sister, the doctor. And then there was me, still stuck in the same old life. My father raised his glass and said, "I'm so proud of my brilliant children," well, most of them. Everyone laughed. I forced a smile, but inside I was breaking. Later that night, I finally spoke up. I told them about the app one had been building. That I had just launched it and was getting some users. My mother looked at me with pity and said, "Sarah, honey, stop dreaming. You're not like your brother and sister. Just find a stable job and settle down." My father added, "We're saying this because we love you. You're not smart enough for business. You'll only embarrass yourself." Those words shattered what was left of my heart. I left their house that night in tears. I sat in my small apartment and cried for hours. The pain was so heavy I could barely breathe. For weeks, I felt completely worthless. But then something shifted. Instead of breaking me, their words lit a fire in me like never before. I decided that if they thought I was dumb, I would prove them wrong in the loudest way possible. I worked like a woman possessed. I improved the app every single day. I listened to customer feedback. I learned marketing. I barely slept. I ate cheap food and sacrificed everything. 6 months later, a big company noticed my app. Then another. Within a year, it exploded. What started as a small tool for local shops became a must-have software used by thousands of businesses across the country. The money started coming in faster than I could count. But I stayed quiet. I didn't tell my family anything. I wanted the perfect moment. 2 years after that painful birthday dinner, I drove to my parents' house in a car I never dreamed I could afford. In my bag was something I had been waiting to show them for a very long time. When I walked in, they looked surprised to see me. My mother smiled weakly and said, "Sarah, you look different." I sat them down in the same living room where they had called me dumb so many times. My brother and sister were there too. I pulled out my phone and opened my banking app. Then I turned the screen toward them. The balance showed $47,832,000. The room went completely silent. My father's face turned pale. My mother covered her mouth with her hands. My brother stared at the screen like he couldn't believe his eyes. I looked at my father and spoke softly but clearly. You told me I was the dumb one. You said I would never amount to anything. Today, this dumb daughter is worth $47 million. Tears filled my mother's eyes. My father couldn't even speak. I didn't yell. I didn't insult them. I just let the truth do the talking. In that moment, I didn't feel angry anymore. I felt free. I told them I loved them, but that I could no longer let their words define me. I had forgiven them, but I would never forget how their doubt pushed me to become who I am today. As I walked out of that house, I felt lighter than I had in years. The girl who once cried herself to sleep had finally proven everyone wrong, especially herself. Moral reflection. If someone calls you dumb, weak, or not enough, don't let their words bury you. Let them fuel you. The same people who doubt you today might be the ones watching you shine tomorrow. Never let anyone steal your dream. Not even the people who are supposed to love you the most. Because sometimes, the greatest revenge isn't anger. It's becoming everything they said you could never be.